What I noticed was when I wanted a nutritionist, there was no one in the UAE, honestly. Everyone is sitting in the UK, US, Canada, because they're integrative veterinary, when you say, with traditional veterinary and holistic approaches.
Right.
They are pretty big now over there. A lot of education needs to be given to pet parents.
Hello and welcome everybody. This is Sadhna and this is my channel, The Attitude of Gratitude. Love. What is love? The exact definition, if you want to see about love, see in the eyes of four-legged babies. Like we have dogs, we have cats, we have so many animals around us. But how we treat them, it's totally different. So today's conversation is dedicated to these babies, where we will be really happy to have the conversation with our guest, and she is the owner and the founder of Holistic Pets. Shaman, how are you today?
I'm good, Sadhna, and I'm very happy and honored to be here on Attitude of Gratitude. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shaman. Can you please explain a little bit more about you so that at least they will have an idea that opening a company is not enough for some kind of stages, like where you should be knowing the fact, like why you are into this business. So just
Right.
tell me, what is your designation and like how you thought of opening this for as your profession?
All right. So Holistic Pets is UAE's first licensed pet nutrition and holistic wellness coaching and consultancy for pet parents. My journey started actually with my golden retriever, my boy Pluto.
Okay.
When he came home at 45 months, he had severe dander, dandruff, skin issues, pustules, all of that. And every time we would go to the vet, obviously, we were given a bag of food, steroids, antibiotics. Now, for first timers, okay, we were also scared. I've had dogs before, but in 1980s, 1990s, these things were not there. They didn't exist, right? So it was a very first time actually having a baby, literally a baby, 45 days old. He was like barely in two hands you could hold him.
Right.
And we used to run to the vet almost every second month, and he would be on steroids. That's when I started researching. I started Googling because I love to gain knowledge. Knowledge has always been my superpower and weapon. So I started, going into the depth of what is this skin allergy? Is it allergy? What is it exactly? Slowly, steadily, I first transitioned him to a kibble, which was good. So I learned how to decode a kibble, because not every food brand is great. Just like every brand of food, even in human foods, is not great. You've got good brands, you've got better ones, you've got the best ones, right?
As we say, no, we should not eat the packaged foods.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So my journey actually was not until he was 1.5 years old, where I started seeing, people cooking on Instagram and all that. I said, human grade food, how does that work? And then I actually went into it, and whatever I would learn, I would kind of put it up on one of our WhatsApp groups, which we have of golden retriever pet parents. It started working for those pets. Like somebody would say, Charmaine, he's vomiting. Can I give chicken and rice? I said, no. First, you need to stop the vomiting. So home remedies, simple home remedies like ginger water, ginger tea would stop these things. At least it would be like a first aid till they would go to the vet. So it started working for a lot of pets, and that's when I decided I will study. I will go deep dive and make this my profession, because for the last 8 years, I am a teacher. I teach kids communication skills.
Okay.
So I said, since I'm managing two-legged babies, why not help pet parents with this? And what I noticed was when I wanted a nutritionist, there was no one in the UAE, honestly. Everyone is sitting in the UK, US, Canada, because they're integrative veterinary, when you say, with traditional veterinary and holistic approaches.
Right.
They are pretty big now over there. A lot of education needs to be given to pet parents. And honestly, when you talk about nutrition, People who have gone through it with me have seen the difference, swear by it. So you got to try it to actually know what it can do.
So you started your journey because of your baby, right?
Yes.
I would like to tell you about something because I have actually thought of having a shoot with somebody who can deal with this situation because I had a dog.
Right.
And he was just like my tail. Now he's not there, and the eyes, the love which I have seen for the first time in so many years, like after parents,
Right.
that eyes I still cannot forget. And that was just because of the negligence of the doctors. And maybe if somebody would have guided us in this situation with some nutritionist, maybe nutrition related food or something like that, might be he would be here with us. So then I decided to have this podcast with you. And I'm really happy that you are into the business or maybe the profession where you can help these babies, because they will not come and ask for the help. They will obviously, they are something which you cannot even believe that the love and the care they show to us, we cannot find from anybody.
Absolutely.
So that's very lovely of you, Shaman, that you have chose this profession and you are here in Dubai and you're helping people. And I would require some help from you as well for my new dog. His
Sure.
name is Coco. So, but before than that, before we go further on the topic, I know that recently you have got the Rudraksha certified, the practitioner, or what we say, the terminology, I don't know what we say. So can you please explain that, and explain also that how this can work for the animals as well?
Sure. Again, my Rudraksha is my journey with Shiva started in 2012. Okay, and sometimes it's been on, sometimes it's been off, because for me, to be honest, my prayer is
Right.
never out of fear. He's my friend, right? I can tell him whatever I want. I will not show respect if my brains are blown off. He's my friend. He has to understand that, right?
The relationship.
The relationship is very
Yeah.
different. Sometimes I just look up like, you didn't find anyone but me today? For what? Wasn't that enough? You know? So
Right.
my journey has always been that way. It's not that I do a diya every day at home and, pray. My prayer is on a daily basis. Every single time I'm praying. His name is always on my lips, right? So, and Rudraksha was something I was always fascinated, even as a child, but I never got to wear it. I had one, which I took from Trimbakeshwar, but never worn that, okay? About a month back, suddenly I was like, I need to wear it. I need to wear it, right? So I ordered, and I started with 5 Mukhi because that's called a Master Rudraksh. It's a very comfortable energy for someone who is a beginner, who's never worn Rudraksh. It's a very comfortable energy to balance yourself with.
Right.
Because you need to synchronize yourself with the
Right.
Rudraksh energy to move on higher phases of Mukhis, right?
Right.
So that's how it started. And then somehow I found this course. I was reading Shiv Puran, and somehow this course came up. I was like, wow, okay. I need to learn, because for me, learning, as I said, is always been, it's like I love to learn about everything in life.
Right.
That's how I got certified. That's how I understood how Rudrakshas are chosen, how they are seen, what is there to be seen, right, in Rudrakshas, because you've got quality,
Right.
you've got the facets,
Right.
and then coming to humans, right, your date of birth, your planetary movements, your numerology, all of that.
This works with everything.
It works with everything, even your health concerns for that matter.
Okay.
Right? And it works for everyone, because if you read Shiv Puran, it says anyone and everyone, living being, must wear a Rudraksh. Even when you see in our Hindu mythology, Kal Bhairava,
Right.
who is the avatar of, one of the avatars of Shiva, right? He's got dogs.
Right.
Because that is what his vehicle is. And they are wearing Rudrakshas.
Right.
Even when you see Nandi, She's wearing a Rudraksha, right?
Yeah.
So Rudrakshas have been known to actually work very well with animals, especially with seizures, anxiety. And I see it because Pluto wears a Kanthamala.
Okay.
His Rudrakshas are actually bigger in size than me. But I've seen he's calmer, he's more confident, and I'm seeing this change in a month's time. He listens to us better, he's more aware, and honestly, he loves to wear it because whenever I remove it when he goes to daycare, and then on a Monday he wears it, he comes very happily to wear it. He's been very fascinated with it, right? So that's how my journey with Rudrakshas have started. And believe me, if I say every day, little miracles happen. And it's fascinating to see that what life actually holds on a daily basis, right? So that is the power of Rudraksh that I have seen personally, and I keep seeing every single day. There's not a day when a small miracle hasn't happened.
People might think why we are talking about it, but I want to say it is very good to have responsibility. You should ask those parents who actually have the responsibilities of these babies, right? So if you are having one in your house, please be responsible for them, because see, they cannot say, they cannot ask for things. Only the way of communication is you and them. So if you are keeping some kind of animals, whether it's dog, it's cat, it's cow, anything, please take care of them, because now the century is being changed, the food is being changed, and the surroundings, the atmosphere, everything is changed. So there are people who says, the dog is on the road, why you are giving them these kind of treatment? Yes, because that time they were on the road. They were not in the houses, in front of ACs, on the sofa couches, like that. So please respect and please accept them only if you can treat them well. So this was my message to all of you. And about Rudraksha and animals, we will be speaking right now with Shaman. Shaman, tell me one more thing. So when you had this thought that you have to learn about more for the dogs, for the animals, nutrition and well-being, so that thought came to the profession. How it turned that thought to this thought? Like it took like few months, or it took like with a clip of a finger, like how it went like?
To be honest, when I started helping the pups who were on our group, right? And I saw things working, I said, you know what? This is fascinating. And I always actually, as a child, I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
But I couldn't.
You became an animal doctor at least?
I wasn't that great in my studies, unfortunately. I was an athlete, so I didn't pay a lot of attention then. But I said, this is where I can be not a vet, but close to it, right? And I could still help. And I've always loved animals. I've had 2 of my dogs that I lost. One especially when they said heart attack. Today I come to know it was cardiomyopathy. And that started my journey that what is it? Why does it happen? And I started going into details. I did about 6 months of research where I would want to study from. So I first got a diploma in nutrigenomics. And then I said, okay, I came upon an entire bachelor's degree. And I was so fascinated. I said, that's it. This is where my journey actually begins. So currently I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree in animal naturopathy science.
Nice.
And I always tell my daughter, I said, before I die, I will be known as Dr. Shaman Patel because I will finish my PhD in this subject.
Lovely. I really wish that your dream will come true soon.
Thank you.
Before you die. And at least everybody will be getting, some kind of benefit out of it. Shaman, tell me, see, there are foods, like as you said, what we call that? That food we prepare at home?
It's home cooked, basically.
Home cooked. So these home cooked food, as we used to give the long time before to our animals. But nowadays, when we go to some kind of doctor, because I also have a dog in the house, and when we go to the doctor, they say, you have to give this brand and this much food quantity. But when it comes to the home cooked meals, They say, no, it's not good for them. It's not good for them. And so many videos we are seeing on the social media that, giving a coconut oil for the thicker skin and maybe for the constipation for the dogs means something similar to human only, right?
Absolutely.
And like the pumpkin and chicken you are saying, or rice or chicken, these are home cooked meals where we know what is inside. But what about these packaging foods? I am not debranding somebody. I am not giving any kind of negative comment to the brands for any animal foods, but this is basically what we are knowing, because there are people here in Dubai as well. They bring animals, but when it comes to the expenditure on them, because see, when they're in the house, they get sick. Of course, you have to take them to the doctor. But why to take them to the doctor when we can treat them well in the house? And if requires, obviously, I will not say that should not take them to the doctor. But when giving them a good nutritionist food is helping them to grow, why not that one? So can you explain a little bit more about it so that we will be having an idea which kind of food regular basis we should give to our cats or maybe dogs in the house, because here we have dogs and cats a lot.
All right, let me start with this. 1980s, 1990s,
Right.
there was no kibble.
Right.
We were forced to cook.
Right.
So they used to have table scraps.
Right.
Right? They would not become unwell so often unless they got into a fight or they were staying on a farmhouse where they would get bitten by a snake. Normal health issues were not so much because of eating our table scraps. Their gut biome was diversified.
Okay.
Right? Coming back now, right? And at that
Sorry
time...
to interrupt
Sure.
you. At that time also, you remember we used to eat mostly home cooked meals.
Absolutely.
Not like pizzas, burgers or something like that.
It wasn't there for us, right?
Right.
So what happens is, even at that time, if you would go to a vet, the vet would tell you home remedies.
Right.
Right? Yes, they would give you medication.
Medication, yeah.
But they'll tell you, okay, give yogurt,
Yes.
give chicken, right?
Right.
They would not say bag because there were no bags available that time. Nobody knew about these bags.
Bags, yeah.
Now, it's become convenient from both sides. Why? When you get a bag of food, now when it's commercially processed, correct? Everything is inclusive in it. So your multivitamins, your minerals, zinc, copper, blah, 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 everything is there. It's easier to say this is a balanced meal.
Okay.
Because you as a pet parent, if I tell you, learn how to balance your meal,
Right.
it's like, whoa, it's a lot of math as
a
well.
task, yeah.
It is a lot of math as well.
Right.
Understanding how many calories based on the breed, based on the age, based on activity level, whether it is neutered, because every stage needs certain nutrients in a dog and cat's life, whether it is puppy, breastfeeding mom, pregnant mom, then seniors, adult, all of that. So there is a lot of math to be understood.
Right.
That's where we make people's life easy, right? So mainly what happens is that even now, it's very comfortable if I give you a back and say this is balanced. Psychologically, you feel nice that, okay, he's having a balanced meal,
Right.
correct? I'm not saying all this food is bad, no.
Can use as a substitute, right? Sometimes.
You could do hybrid diets. That means if you were supposed to give 150 grams of kibble, right? Give 75 to 100 grams of kibble
1 meal a day.
and add pumpkin, peas, carrots, boiled chicken. Add it. That becomes a hybrid diet. And you are optimizing that food.
How we can feel that the food, what we are giving to the animal, it is suiting their body.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Any food, if it does not suit, the first thing that usually happens in a cat or dog is either they will throw up, they'll vomit, or they'll have diarrhea.
Okay.
Right?
So that is a sign basically.
That's a basic sign usually that food intolerance works.
Okay.
Sometimes allergies work differently. If you've given, suppose, prawns, they can have shrimps and prawns, but if they're allergic, they will swell up or something or the other happens. So you will come to know. It will give you an indication.
Right.
The skin will give you an indication. The poop will give you an indication. Many, many ways that dogs and cats will indicate that this food is not suiting them.
Right. Perfect. Before we go further, I have something for you guys. Guys, whenever you are getting some dog or cat or any animal in your house, I would please advise you here, read about it, study about it, the breed, about the breed and what are the points which you have to be careful on. Because bringing somebody in the house and throwing it like a furniture will not help the purpose. The purpose is we are getting some living being in our house. And of course, these animals, they call animals, but of course they need same kind of atmosphere, because when we become sad, they become sad. They have emotions, but they can't speak. They have 4 legs. We have, of course, if we'll start walking like that, we also have 4 legs. So why the treatment is different with them and treatment is different with our own babies? This is what my point is. Please be careful. If you're getting some new family member in your house, treat like a family member. Now we'll be having more conversation with Shaman. Shaman, that you have said very correctly that we can reduce the quantity of the packaged food, which will actually help them to digest it well. And with vegetables and all, they will get the nutrition what is required for their bodies.
Absolutely.
But now you tell me, suppose if you are getting some animal in the house, what are the atmosphere we should check in the house, that whether the animal is perfect in the house, we should get it or not? Plus, for how many hours? I have seen families, they leave their dogs alone in the house and then they say, my dog is not moving, he's scared of people, he's not doing that. Because see, the con and the pros coming from our side, right? We are leaving them and they don't know anybody around us. So what you can talk about it? Can you please describe it a little more so that at least we all will understand?
Sure.
Yeah.
To be honest, people who do get dogs, yes, their dogs are alone. They're trained that way. It's still okay. But I personally would not do it. We took 7 years to get Pluto home.
Right.
Because at that time I was working. I was not at home. My daughter's in school all day. My husband's at work. And again, he's a hotelier, so 12 to 14 hours a day. Mm-hmm. So I said, no, the day I work from home is when I can get, a pet. Right. And that's when we got Pluto, because I work from home. All my work, even my communication skills training with children is online. My consults for holistic pets, everything is online. And if I have to go out even for an hour, either I will change the timing of my maid to come at that time and stay with him, or he goes to his daycare for 2-3 hours.
This is what never it is alone. Like. When we are not leaving our babies in the house, how can we leave the human being which is actually not able to speak and show the things like in what is going inside? Maybe that can trigger the trauma inside the head and it happens, right?
It can. To be honest, there are many dogs who are very happy staying alone. I wouldn't say happy, but they are trained to, what I mean?
Yeah. Choice.
They know the timing of the owners.
Yeah.
It's fine, but not every... It's like children, right? One child of yours is happy, very happy when mom and dad are gone. And the other one hates it.
But there is some kind of age limitations in that, like where you can leave at this stage. Or maybe from the puppies, like from the babies, we cannot leave them alone. So can you please redefine it a bit more so that...
See, everything boils down to training.
Okay.
If your pup has been trained, obviously, if it is small, if it's very small, you have to spend that time, because that initial time that you spend when the puppy comes home is very crucial, because that is where the hardcore training is. If you're not there, obviously the puppy is going to do what it wants, even if it is in the playpen or kennel. It is going to poop, it's going to pee, because you're not there at that particular time to take it out, make it pee, and come back so the potty training happens. So it's going to learn to do it there because you're not there. So especially, I would say, when you are bringing a pup, make sure at that time you've taken an off, or maybe there is a summer break and you're not traveling. You at least give a month so that you can be there 24/7. You can train the pup as well. And then you can slowly, gradually, move into higher form of training, which is obedience and leaving them. All of those things. It takes a lot of time. People think potty training happens in a week and 2 weeks. No. It takes effort. It takes time. How long did your child take to potty train?
Means the difference between our own child and the animal's child, they don't take.
There is no difference actually. Your child gets potty trained only at 2.5 years old or 3 years. Some children take longer than that, right?
Yeah.
They still wet their bed when they are 10. But you don't give up, right?
My question is very simple. When we are taking the responsibility, the babies which we deliver, and why we can't take a responsibility for that child who we are not delivering? We are just making somebody fool so that we can sell it to somebody, and we are buying. Means there is no mother, no family, and that small kid is out with some other kind of breed. You understand? Means the dog has their breeds, the cat has their breeds, and when they see us, when they open their eyes and they feel why I am like this, because they can see themselves, right? And they can see us also. I am this much, and human, we are longer or taller than them. So why we can't give that attention to them as our own child? And when we are bringing them as a child only, this is what my question is.
See, I'm sure people will resonate with what I'm going to say now. It does take a lot of effort, because let's put it this way. You got your baby home. Right? You had postpartum depression. You were going crazy because you just wouldn't understand what your child wants.
Right.
Just because you're a mother, that doesn't mean as soon as the child is born, you understand. No. It takes time, because you're understanding a different language. You're understanding a different bond. It takes effort to know what that gurgle meant, or what this kind of cry meant. It's the same thing, right? Different barks.
Right.
Children have different cries.
Cries, yeah.
Right? Bored, hungry. It takes time. By the time you settle in as a new mom, it takes you about 6 months, for sure.
100%. People don't know what time the baby gets up and sleep.
But imagine if you had the option of giving it away. You don't have the option, because society has not given you that option.
Right.
Right?
100%.
What happens with dogs or cats?
We treat them as an animal only. They are not human.
See, animal is a species, but unfortunately, we've used that term to say they are below us.
Yeah.
Right?
This is what the mentality actually comes. I say this in every episode, and I really get hyper when I say that. We should be thankful that we got the body, and that is the very, very nice or beautiful creation of the God, as they say. Our brain can think what nobody else can think on the earth. We can do, we can speak, we can walk, we can, beautify us. But why for when we cannot be a nice human? My question is always like this.
It's very, very, very simple. If people start understanding this, imagine us walking on the road, okay? You're my neighbor, and I don't like you. Can I just pick up a stone and start throwing at you?
Of course
Because
not.
I don't like you.
Of course
I
not.
see you as you're below me.
Yeah. It hurts.
It's exactly that.
They
right?
can't say no.
We are human beings. Yes, we have been given the ultimate knowledge. I wouldn't say we have the knowledge, to be very honest.
Actually,
We
I
have
think
the brains.
animals have the knowledge.
We have the brains, but we have lost the frequency at which we were supposed to vibrate. Okay?
True.
When we today say, oh, I was thinking of you, oh, it's telepathy. We always had that. We used to communicate that way in the fifth dimension. We've not. We've lost it because of the rat race, because of the evolutionary process.
Right.
We've lost that. But these beings, they are not animals, they are beings. They are still vibrating very high. And they will only, and let me clarify this for people.
Please
I've heard
clarify.
this
I
thing
need that
a
bitter
lot.
conversation with you on those people who are actually treating them
No. It's see.
not treating them, ill treatment they are doing it.
Agreed. Sometimes, let me first clarify something which I think a lot of people will love me for it, because I truly believe in that, and Pluto is a living testament of that particular thing, okay? People first need to understand you cannot judge someone who has
Absolutely.
bought a dog versus who has adopted.
Adopted.
Okay, just because you adopted, that doesn't make you God. All right? Because you have not adopted. People need to understand that, and you have not bought. That soul chose you. You have
Absolutely.
not
I have heard
chosen.
this. I have
You
heard
have
this
not chosen, period.
Right.
People need to understand you do not choose your animals. Animals and those beings are not chosen. You don't just get them by default on the road and you bring them home. Because no matter where you are, whether you take it from a breeder or you adopt, every being needs saving. Every being needs a home, healthy food, love, and warmth.
Right.
Now, this is exactly what happened to us. Okay? We were planning to adopt. We spoke to 3 agencies. One agency flat out refused because obviously we could not get the landlord's permission and everything. We were still hell-bent on getting one. I said no. And they asked, he's like, what if, he says no. I said, we'll move out with the dog. Who throws out, No, there's that. Finally, and I had 2-3 breeders. I said, let me understand how this breeding works over here. I don't know. Because in India, at those times, you had very good ethical breeders.
Right.
In 80s, 90s,
Right.
right? So you knew the lineage.
Right.
And adoption was never there
Never
as
there,
such.
yeah.
So I said, okay, let's see what it is. On the day, 8th April, 2022, okay, it was Ramadan and we were just coming out of COVID, so we could move out but with masks. And I said, you know what? Let's call these people up and let's go. I called up one shelter who said, come, never picked up the phone. Second shelter said, oh no, we're not allowing anyone today
Okay.
because we're having an event. I was like, okay. Breeder also, out of 3, only one person that day picked up the phone and said, yes, Mrs. Patel, come. We went there. There were 2 girls and 2 boys. One was Pluto. And Pluto was screaming from his cage. Screaming, okay? None of them were bothered that we entered. But this boy was like, take me home. Take me home.
It happens with me also.
And honestly, I'm very impulsive. My husband's not. He will think 20 things before taking any
Right.
responsibility. And we were playing. He goes out. And by the time we come out of that room, he already has the playpen. He already has taken stuff. I said, what are you doing? So we're taking him home. I
Wow.
said, really? And that's how he's come home. I personally, mentally, I was not ready. All right? Because we had just gone to check.
Yeah.
To understand. And we just got him home. So that doesn't mean we are bad people or anything. He needed saving and he chose us. So whether people adopt or I've been trying to adopt a second one, let me tell you. I've been trying to adopt a second one. Not happening only. I know how many agencies now. My friends who are running agencies, Shaman, please, this pup will be the most luckiest to be in your house. But that pup's not coming.
Right.
It just doesn't.
You know, before I think maybe you also have heard this when they say, when something happens, something wrong is about to happen with the owner, or maybe on the stray dogs, they used to say, in your street, if the dogs are there, and if something mishappening around you is about to happen, and then they get different kind of voices. So if God has given them that kind of power, so you can think, no, God, at least this power, he should give it to them. And he has this power where they can choose. Because when I bought my Bruno, I went to buy him. And it was the 4th October, my father's birthday, and Shraddh was there. Everybody told me not to buy because it's not the right time. But I still took him because he was jumping and, coming to me. And I took him. After that, for the second baby also, we went. And this time, my husband went. And he never liked Bruno at all. So this was the one, we first came to this shop. He was jumping and, coming to kids and to me. And then he said, this is nice. Then we changed the shop. I said, okay, we'll check somewhere else. 5-6 shops we checked and we came back to the same shop and we took the same puppy. So you can think the power, if in every religion this should be there, and it is there, because see, I have also read all the books. We have holy books. So for animals, this saying is there. When they have a power of feeling some negativity or feeling some bad vibe for their owners, so these kind of things God will give them to choose at least their owners. So when they are choosing you and you are giving them ill treatment, how it works here means how your heart is not getting break when you are hitting or you're abusing the person who cannot even bark at you here. Simple. I'm really very close to animals, and that is the reason I don't eat animals. But it is not just a saying. It is, I'm not against those people who are actually having. That's perfectly fine. But the point is, please, my point is simple. Please love them if you are getting them to your houses. Shaman, on next topic, let me come back again. Sure. Otherwise, I will keep on saying on that. Yeah, so now when you have said this correctly, now you tell me, okay, let's talk about the Rudraksha right now on this point. Tell me one thing. Rudraksha is, we are in Hindu culture, right? So how this means, I don't know, I'm not getting what I should say so that it should not be wrong on the camera. Means which kind of nationalities and which kind of religion is having okay for Rudraksha right now? Which means whosoever feels they can wear?
Yes.
Means only the heart words.
See, when we look at our scriptures,
right,
any scriptures for that matter, okay, there is no difference. Human beings are human beings in scriptures.
Right.
This thing has been created by us.
Right.
For convenience again. Rudraksha is something anyone and everyone can wear. And you will see the benefit regardless of your religion, regardless of your caste and creed and gender and age.
It is basically your heart should allow.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
You can wear it as you're wearing other things, like I'm wearing this.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, people don't talk about crystals that way. But I have seen, religion can I wear?
I have seen. Actually, I have seen so many people that they are wearing Rudraksha as a jewelry, but they don't consider it as a religion. Why?
See, it completely depends on you, to be honest. Okay. People also wear crystals as just an accessory. Right. If you wear it as an accessory, it's going to treat you like an accessory. It's not going to give you any benefits. It's just there. Right. Little bit of benefits which it gives, calming yourself, there's that. But because you're wearing it as an accessory, you're not aware. The awareness is not there in your conscious and subconscious mind that you will see the miracles. Right? Technically, Rudrakshas are supposed to be worn 24/7.
Okay.
24/7, no matter what you eat, no matter what you drink, no matter who you are. It's supposed to be worn. Yes, in the night we remove it for a simple reason. Sometimes they may break,
yeah.
or they may hurt us because they are, seeds which have a rough edge. But that's it. There is no hard and fast rule anywhere that only Hindus can wear Rudrakshas. No, it's very simple. What is a Rudraksha? Yes, it is considered Shiva's tears, right?
Right.
But it's a seed of a fruit
Fruit, yeah.
which grows in his grace. Correct?
I would like to say, if you believe in it, or I am not hurting any kind of religion here, because I respect all religions and I personally follow all religions when it comes to anything. But if your heart allows and if you really want to see the benefits out of it, I know only one person, which is Shaman. And before you, I have never heard about it, actually. I'm telling you the truth, because we used to go to what do you call them? Pandits and all in our culture, that they say you wear this, you wear that. And for Rudraksha, it's been like when I was a kid. Since that time, I'm very getting attracted towards it. When I see it, no, I feel very nice, because the texture is bit rough, and it gives that
It gives you an acupressure
हाँ,
feeling. That's what you
way.
like.
So I used to do that because my uncle used to wear it. And then after that, I always wanted it. I have seen it to very close person I have a friends with. So he's also using it. So since I have seen on him, I also wanted to have it. And then when I saw you wearing it, my God, it was commendable. Because see, when you think about something and it just come in front of you, it is like maybe the destiny or maybe the God or maybe the universe wants to show you that now it's the time. So yes, and we are also, other than that, are having a conversation that how to wear and when to wear.
Yeah.
We'll continue with that. But yes, this is first thing. If anybody is looking for any kind of help where you are thinking that Rudraksha can change your life or maybe can give you some positivity in your life, please follow Shaman Patel. Shaman, can you please tell your Instagram so that they can directly contact you there?
To be honest, for Rudrakshas, I don't have an Instagram.
You have for the other
but
one.
Holistic Pets, it's HOWLISTIC and Pets with a Z.
Z.
So Holistic Pets is on Instagram. But on that, if they contact me through Instagram for Rudrakshas as well, I will definitely help.
I will put her email address in the description box. You can go and check, and please consult her with any kind of positivity or maybe help for Rudraksha and for your animals as well. Let's come back to the topic, Shaman. Now you tell me, for any kind of animal, maybe because we can talk about cats and dogs right now, because here we only have cats and dogs. And for having buffaloes or cows in the house, we actually need very big houses. And we are always not, everybody is not that great,
Right.
Big houses here in Dubai, because we are staying in some other country. So can you tell me, like, for these cats and dogs, for how much it is important, as we spoke about food, as we spoke about the home cooked meals, now I want to come on the topic where we can consider, the days where we can take them out for walk. It is important to take them out every day, or it is important to take them out morning, evening, whether it's a cat or a dog. How much the exercise is important for these kind of babies?
See, exercise is very, very crucial.
Okay.
For any animal for that matter.
Right.
Even if you have a hamster in a cage, you will still have a hamster wheel.
Right.
Because they need that exercise,
Right.
right? Because they were never meant to actually stay indoors in our homes.
Right.
They were supposed to be outside. Cats especially come from wild cats. They want to jump, they want to explore, they want to go out, right? Yes, not everyone can take the cats on a leash outside for a
I
walk.
have seen in somebody's house, like in my friend circle, the cats are not that what we see outside. The cats are something like, have you seen that scarf, the fur cat's fur scarf in your neck? They are very lazy, very lethargic, sitting in a window, sitting on the
Exactly.
sofa.
Now those are different. See, even cats have different breeds.
Okay.
Different breeds will have different energy levels as well. Right? What you're looking at is a Persian cat, probably.
Right.
They are not very. They love to sit around. They're lazy. They know they look good, and that's what they love to do.
Oh, means the rich cats.
Yeah, they're the rich cats.
The rich
if you
cats,
say, you
like
know,
rich
I
human.
look good, so look at me, and I'm
I
just
look good
here.
like this. Yeah.
You see Bengal cats.
Right.
They are very agile. They are very
Right,
different.
right,
They need
right.
more. It's like saying a Belgian Malinois needs a lot of exercise
Okay.
versus, say, another breed that does not need so much of mental stimulation. Yes, mental stimulation is very important for every breed, but certain breeds need a high degree of that. And certain breeds will manage with, a steady flow of mental stimulation. So every breed was designed to do something actually.
Okay, but
Right.
basically, let's talk about the dogs because I have a dog.
Sure.
I have a question. So here I want to ask, like for a dog, whether it's any breed, for a dog, how much is important to go and do the workouts, like for walking, like on the street, outside the house? How much important it is for a dog to have an exercise every day? It's like twice a day, or maybe 30 minutes a day, or maybe 1 hour a day. Maybe it's any kind of breed in dogs.
Right.
Like
See, minimum should be at least twice a day.
twice
Minimum.
a day. Okay.
Minimum.
And
okay?
for how many hours? Like
A
minutes?
minimum should be half an hour.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
30 minutes is minimum.
It's not like 1 hour you're taking one go.
No.
30 minutes, right?
You could do 30 minutes. 30 minutes is minimum per walk.
Per walk. Okay.
Minimum. Unless, yes, in Dubai, when it's hot, it's very hot.
Very hot,
That's the time you can cut down 15 minutes. But what I do with Pluto is he's more in daycare then during summers, because then he gets that exercise.
Right.
So he will probably be, even for 2-3 hours, I will leave him for twice a week or 3 times a week. I'll leave him at daycare for 2-3 hours during summers because his walks are not that much. Otherwise, he walks twice, 30 to 45 minutes, anywhere close to that. When the winter set in, then probably we're out for an hour as well. We'll go to the Dubai Canal side. We will just, roam around all over Business Bay kind of thing.
So according to you, these walks can be for 30 minutes in the normal weather.
Yes.
But now you tell me I have seen people, they are pulling their dogs throughout the walking. So what we should do? We should pull the dog, or we should walk according to the dog, or we should set a boundary where your dog knows when my owner is standing and stopping, and I should also stop. So can you please explain a little bit?
When you go out for a walk,
Right.
is the walk for you?
No, exactly not. It is for the pet.
It is for them, correct?
Yeah.
Then, should you be following your pet, or your pet should be following you?
Of course, we should follow them.
Because that's the only time
Right.
when they can sniff, they decompress.
Right.
They need to know who's around my area, what's happening, who was here. Oh, Oscar was here. Oh, Bella was there. They are actually moving, sniffing, because their nose is their world. And if you keep dragging, it's like, you telling your kid, come, let's go down and play. And then you keep dragging your kid, no, don't play.
Right.
It's the same thing. You
People
got to
don't
wait.
understand this,
Yes.
yeah.
When you are training your dog to walk with you,
Right.
at that time, suppose in half an hour, you've done 15 minutes training
Right.
of walking, like, on a good leash training that you do. At that time, yes, you're going to correct your dog. You're not going to let him sniff wherever he wants, because at that time, what you require him is to focus on you.
Right.
But after that, if the next 15 minutes are your dog's walk, let the dog walk. You
Thanks
don't
for
need
correcting
to
this.
drag.
Yeah.
I've seen dogs being dragged while they are pooping.
Yeah, I've seen
I'm like,
that.
come
I've
on,
seen
because
that.
you are on the phone.
No, I have seen that. Why? Because they say, okay, first they get the responsibility in the house. Second, they don't have time because, of course, they have to go for the bread and butter as well. Then they come home and then they take them out as a burden, as a stress. And they are stressed because they have to take them down. But what happens to that poor animal? He don't even know that you are stressed because he or she tries to make you happy. In that situation, you pull them, and sometimes I have seen it was very, very sad to see that there was a lady hitting his dog when he was, you said right, the dog was pooping around and she was just beating him. She was having some kind of that
Maybe a
thin
small stick or something.
It
Yeah.
was a stick, and she was, okay, let's go. Abbe, let's go. How you will feel when somebody will come inside the bathroom and say, when you are pooping on the flush, they'll say, come, let's go. What? Like, I don't understand these kind of people, yeah.
This is precisely. So when
I really get hyper on these
I
kind
know,
of talks,
I know.
yeah.
It's taken me 3 years to just calm down on a lot of things that I see from my window.
Right.
And I see what's happening right downstairs. So yes, this is what happens. Whether you're getting late or what, manage your time. If humans cannot manage their time, you should not expect your dog to manage that time.
Right, yeah.
That's not correct.
Right.
It's very simple. That is why make sure you sit down as a family. You make sure you kind of know your schedule for the day. You know your routine. You make sure before even getting a dog, how will this routine change and work when we get an animal home? See, cats are very easy to keep in the house, to be honest. They're very easy than dogs. Because they are very solitary animals. They like to be on their own. They're very independent. Dogs aren't that way. Very few dogs are independent, but to a certain degree.
Right.
They're not like cats. But when you're bringing that being, no matter what, you need to mark out all these things which people don't do. And I've seen people that in one family, only one person wanted the dog, so the dog has come home. And the other 3 don't care.
They don't even accept sometimes.
For the first time, that one person will do everything for the dog.
And
out of
slowly
ego.
it goes
Out of
off.
ego. That, I got it, okay, I will do it. After a while, it does get to you and you want someone to help you with it. Right? It's like it takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
What we say, right?
Right.
In one household, it's like, you wanted a baby and 3 people in your house didn't want a baby. So now you have to manage the baby till it grows up, college, university. Can you do it?
Nobody can do it.
You can't. This is what happens in a lot of families, unfortunately. And this is where you need to first identify, like when we wanted to bring home, we actually sat down and we decided, okay, who's going to take care of what? So morning walks are always mine because of my school drops. I wake up at 5. So Pluto is down by 6 sharp, maximum 6:10. We come up by 6:45 and then 7 o'clock, I drop my daughter. Come home, everything. Evening, it is her turn. Even during her GCSE exams, board exams, you have to take. Don't do 45 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Take it as a break from your studies.
Right.
But take him down. That is how it is. On weekends, my husband does it. Mornings.
It is good to have timetables. Actually,
And
when
everyone should take it's an equal responsibility.
for all.
If a child is an equal responsibility of the father and mother, another baby in the house, whether human, 2-legged, 4-legged, no legs, all 3, 4 have to be responsible, right?
it is not a furniture, no, then you keep it on the side. It's a living being.
Exactly.
So guys, my advice to all of you, if you are planning to have one pet in your house, please, first of all, check the breed, read about it, check all the checks in your house. Everybody should accept, only then you go for it. And how you will manage your time, because everybody is having 24 hours in the life and nobody is having 24 hours, 1 minute extra. So you only know how you will manage it. And if you can't do any of these things, My request is to all of you, please don't bring them home. Because when the heartbreak of an animal, it is actually some kind of negative, or maybe you can say something from the God side you will have to face. So please be vigilant and please take care of them. And last question I would like to ask, no, it's not the last, it's second last. How good it is good to give an animal a treat, the treat package treats we are talking about here. So how oftenly we should give it to them? Like how often?
Okay, to be honest, treats can be many,
Okay.
right? If you're looking at packaged treats, not necessarily you need packaged treats,
Okay.
right? If you bring blueberries,
Right.
strawberries,
Right.
apple, oranges, mango, give that as treats. You're not going to spend that much.
Right.
Right? Even if you're bringing in treats from outside, check for single ingredient. Like certain brands just have dehydrated meat, small training treats, which have no other additives except for that one single ingredient meat, whether it's a duck, it's a rabbit, ostrich, whatever. Do that and don't fill it up, only 10%.
Treat should be treat.
Treat should be only 10% of your total dog or cat's food intake in the whole day. Nothing more than 10%. So if suppose your dog is supposed to have, say, 350 grams of food, right? Out of that, 35 grams in the whole day is your treat quota.
Like few bites.
35 grams. Treat quota means maybe in the morning if
So
you...
how oftenly we should give? Every day, or maybe treat as a treat?
Treat
we
it as a
eat.
treat. Like I go down every day for a walk and I take my treat down because Pluto does not eat anything in the morning. He doesn't eat a full meal early morning. So this is how I start his day. He'll have about 10 of those. And then he has no treats at all. Then it's straight food time. He will have his dehydrated chicken legs or wings, one in a day. That's it. Rest everything is just food. Nothing more than that. You can't just keep feeding like crazy.
Right.
And feeding is not love. People think
Yeah, exactly.
feeding is he loves me because I'm feeding him. No.
You're feeding and hitting.
It's a resource.
You're feeding and abusing.
Exactly. For an animal, food is a resource. You're giving food, it's a resource. I will take as much as I can get because who knows tomorrow I'm getting or not, because they are wired that way. Right? Because they used to live in the wild. But that doesn't mean we keep feeding, because that's where obesity comes into the picture.
Right, exactly. And their limbs are really not strong as we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it affects the limbs. Then you have hip dysplasia, you've got luxating patella,
Right.
you've got plenty of arthritis and all of those things, right? And today at a very young age, dogs are getting hip dysplasia and all these things. As close as,
I've
I mean,
seen
as young as 7 months, a year, which usually should happen later in life, 7-10 years old, not at 7 months.
So we had got really not too much information, but yes, a lot of information about pets, about Rudraksha. So guys, if you really want any kind of help where Shaman can come and talk to you about the nutrition for your dog's health or maybe for your own health, please contact her, and I will give her email address to the description box. You can check, you can contact her even for your health, for animals' health, or maybe for the Rudraksha, as she said, to get some positive vibes. So please contact her, and this is it. Stay tuned. This is Sadhna and this is my channel, The Attitude of Gratitude.